Thickosaurs Podcast.
Hello, Thickosaurs, and welcome back. This is going to be episode 88, and it's the start of December. Can you guys believe it that it's the end of this year? We have our lovely host with us today, Anna,
Michelle,
Molly,
And Melissa.
and for today, I wanted to just kind of ask us girls, like, dang, 11 months has passed. How do we feel? What do we feel? All the above. And can you believe 2024 is coming to an end? So whatever, just jump in. Popcorn, whatever.
oh,
Dang, is that really how we feel about 2024? Silence?
yes?
I felt very slow in the beginning, but then like in the after
After
September, it went hella fast. Like, what the date today is, I was just like, oh dang. I was ready for the holidays, but I'm not ready yet. This ready.
Oh, I was gonna say not for me. For me, it was like May. Ever since May, because the school year
Yes.
ends, and it's just summers. Boom, 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 boom.
Yes.
So for me, it's been
Right
since
after
May.
each other.
Yep.
Well, for me, it always goes by fast because I have kids. So, it's, 2024 has flown by, and it's like, oh shit, it's almost 2025. And I just can't believe it because I don't even remember doing much this year. I think the biggest thing is just our trip that we made to Portland with the boys. But other than that, I didn't really do much with my life. Did not. I don't think I made any of my resolutions this year. Every year there's the resolution of losing weight. Did not do that.
But did you maintain weight though?
I would say yes, I maintained weight.
A win is a
yeah,
win.
win is a
A win is a win.
Yeah, I would say I maintained weight,
Yeah.
but I still feel like I've gotten like chubbier, even though I don't weigh more. I feel like I've lost more muscle, therefore I just feel flabbier. If that makes any sense,
Like it's just water weight?
I don't know.
It's the stress weight.
That's what it is.
I
High
swear.
cortisol, yeah, which it probably is. And like I've been seeing, I don't know, because our phones listen to us, but like my TikTok has been covered with moringa. So
72.
What?
You too?
Like that, and like the high cortisol thing, and it's like making you like making you have a hard time sleeping, and you waking up in the middle of the night and whatnot.
and not being able to lose the pooch or whatever is
Yeah.
due to high cortisol. And there's this what do you call it? Medicine? I wouldn't call it medicine.
It's a supplement.
There we
called
go.
It's some kind of
Moringa.
supplement, yeah, that's
called
been
moringa,
going around.
and it's supposed to be like the purest thing, and supposed to help your high cortisol and like bring it down. That way you can like sleep better, lose
Is that
weight.
the powder stuff that people are putting in their drinks and drinking it?
Yeah, it's greenish looking.
It could
I don't
be.
know.
There's multiple supplements, but
Oh,
that's like I'm used to that already. It's just like finally the general public is catching up. A lot of us Picos girls, we know that's why we wake up in the middle of the night a lot and can't go to sleep. But yeah, cortisol, like what Michelle said, will hang on to that little belly.
yeah.
Hang on to the little.
Mine's been here for a while.
Right? That's technically apron belly, right? How it like hangs over because so that means it's an apron belly.
Yeah.
I guess.
think
I
so.
don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
there's different. What
I don't know
people
what the
call belly
actual
types,
Yeah, I
but
was like, I don't know what the actual term is, but it hangs over my fupa. That's all I know.
It hangs over, and it became the fupa.
They what is it? They morph together.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's just one thing now.
Don't look at my road bump.
My spare tire.
Yeah, her spare tire.
My little inflatable tire.
But, yeah. Well, I mean, like even though it was like that, I don't know how you feel, Michelle, but you said that you feel like, like nothing really happened, or like you didn't intentionally do anything, and I wonder if you feel kind of like the same as me. Like you, in the moment, you're not thinking about it, but when you look back, you kind of feel like you were on autopilot. Was it kind of, does it feel like that for you?
Yeah. Yes, it does. And honestly, I don't know about you other moms out there, but I'm sure a lot of moms do feel that you're just on autopilot because you're so used to being a mom and doing things for your kids, and it's just like a repetitious thing. It's like a routine that you don't want to be a routine, but it just ends up being that way because there's no other way to do it. So yeah, I felt like I was on autopilot, even when my kids started school and it's just me at home. Yeah, I just could not get out of that cycle.
So then I guess maybe next year you'll have to kind of just figure out ways to ground yourself back to your body. To be present so that way you can figure out what you do want.
Yes, that is true. It's like I was talking to not my therapist, but my psychiatrist.
Yes.
Yeah. And I was telling her that, yes, I have all this time to myself, but then, of course, like a lot of moms, it's like, what do I do with it? You know, she had asked me, it's like, well, did you ever think of taking something part-time or, hobbies and stuff? And I was like, I do have hobbies. Like, I don't think I've told her before, but I said that me and my husband started to keep fish. So we have a house full of aquariums now. And the hobby's fun. However, hobbies cost money. And I, myself, aren't making my own money. So therefore, I can't put in the work I want to put into my hobbies because of that. And she's asked me if I talk to my husband, and I'm like, yes, and he's fine with me spending his money. But we've also talked before too that we need to watch how much we spend as well. So it's kind of like, I understand that I want to save money, but then when I see something cool and I want to do it to my aquariums, I just want to buy it. And listening to myself, I sound like a nerd, but
it's fine. You can be passionate about it, your hobby.
Yeah. So, and then she was like, well, how about like volunteering and stuff like that, to kind of take up some of your day, your time, and I'm just like, that's true. I forgot about volunteering, it's just that my introverted self is kind of like,
I don't want to talk to people.
Yeah.
I think unless you can find, depending on how you're feeling, there are volunteer opportunities that are online if you don't want to have to meet someone face to face.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There are online volunteer opportunities or maybe email volunteer opportunities. So you just have to look.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like almost like maybe an internship because there are some stuff that you do online too. So I guess you just got to figure out what you want to do in your spare time.
Yep. Yeah, it's like, I do need to look that up. And then, going back to the whole weight loss thing, it's kind of disappointing in myself because it's like, you have all this time in the morning by yourself, but you never, had the energy or want to give yourself that workup or boost to, get up, you gotta lose weight, go walking, or something like that. But no, I'm just laying in bed.
That's because you've been having kids, and so finally it's now your time to rest. Okay,
and you're allowed to rest, so don't be hard on yourself.
That's it.
I think also it's the way that you frame it instead of saying to yourself, get up, I need to go out and lose weight. Maybe you should reframe that and your thoughts and say, get up, let's get some fresh air. I just want some fresh air, or I want to get out of the house. You really it really is your mind over matter. When you change your thoughts on things, it does motivate you to do it differently. I had a conversation with Melissa before, and either earlier this week or last week, and we were talking about how we don't talk down on ourselves too much. I mean, for her though, she's still cussing herself out.
Yeah,
but
I sorry, our windows were open. Sorry, so if you hear people. No, but yeah, it's when we were going to Minnesota, and I joke about myself a lot.
And then she cusses herself out, and I told her, I used to curse myself. I would say, "Get up, bitch," what are you doing? You know, you can do this or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And you think that it's positive reinforcement, but at the end of the day, you're just your own bully again.
Mm-hmm.
So I told her that I don't curse myself out anymore. I actually say, hey, how are you feeling today? Like I check in with myself like, hey, how are you doing today? I know it sounds crazy, but I mean, who else is going to love you more than yourself, right? So I would answer myself back. I'm not talking to myself. You don't hear thoughts or hear other voices, but that's how I do. So I say, hey, how are you doing today? And then maybe I will respond back, I think I'm feeling tired, so I don't want to do the dishes. And then I would be like, that's okay. You don't have to do the dishes tonight. Maybe you can just go do it, pick it up when you can. And if you do happen to do the dishes, and, you know, if you can only do a little bit at a time and finish it up the rest of the week, then you can. And then I'll be like, okay, that sounds like a deal. So I kind of like talk myself into like doing what I can and why it's important or whatever. So when I do that, then I'm not hating myself, you know, or like
Yeah.
I'm not mad. So maybe your frame of thoughts is just have to kind of like figure out, okay, because I feel like I hear your dad when you say that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
When you say,
Yeah.
because if you think about it, it's like, get up. What do you do? You need to work out. You need to do this,
Yeah.
right? So I hear your dad. So maybe instead of saying that, you could say, you know, like, hey, get up. Let's get some fresh air. You know, do you feel like getting fresh air in the next hour? If not, maybe we can try in the next 2 hours, or just sitting outside only. I don't have to go and walk. You know, kind of like compromising with yourself a little bit, and then eventually, when you build up the motivation, then if you decide to work out, you work out. So just give yourself baby steps, and talk to yourself more kindly.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. I shall try that.
Yeah, be nice to Michelle. You hear me?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Stop yelling at her.
I had to do that the other day because I was like, "Don't call in, Melissa. Don't call in. Don't call in." And then like, because I kept telling myself like, "Get up, Melissa. Like, you lazy ass, get up." You know. And then finally, I was like, "Night."
Oh my god.
Like it's time to get up, you know,
Yeah.
like softly, like how I would do it, like with the
kids.
boys and the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, and I got up. Yeah.
But it's really kind of like disconnecting or like retraining your thoughts, and also like not making it like that. Because I mean, obviously, like I have X amount of years in therapy as a client, so I'm just kind of like, oh, I didn't understand that. So like just reframing it will make you feel better, and then maybe we'll change your mind and see if you can go towards something. So yeah, just let us know if you need help with whatever.
That makes sense, because like not and kind of goes with what you said about you hearing our dad. That's true, because like when you hear him, people yelling at you like that, you kind of just do it out of spite and not get up. Because it's kind of like, man, why you gotta be yelling so damn early in the morning like that? Shit. But yeah.
Like I said, you gotta love yourself. The great words of Brett Van Rock. Why everybody wants to bully you, or I think something like everybody don't make yourself your own bully or your number one bully, because everybody wants to be already, or you know, or something like that. It's like be kind to yourself. I forgot what the actual words were, but he was talking about his niece, because he was asking her one day about how she felt, and then she said, like I look good, or it was just really good. She had really good self-esteem, but before that it was bad because she kept getting picked on because she's taller, so she's going through a growth spurt, you know.
Yeah.
And so it was just reminding me of that. Yeah, you gotta be kind to yourself. So
I thought you were talking about his other quote
what's the other
where he
one?
says, "If you're not coming in me, don't come at me."
Well, that too. But I feel like before you get there, it's like levels. Almost like before you can do that, let's work on yourself first before you say that to somebody else, you know?
Yes.
'Cause,
But it's just funny because that's the one that I thought of.
oh, yeah. But don't be so hard on yourself. Just being kind, and what we're doing when we change that, it's actually changing in our the way that we respond to things too, and our DNA and stuff, like stress and everything. So we're breaking generational curses.
Yes. I do try to do that too with my boys. So, because because I don't wake them up super early in the morning, like how we were woken up.
Oh God.
Like on weekends and stuff, it's like, it's the weekend. It's your day off from like school and having to deal with that. So it's like, sleep in, you know? But then again, the latest they sleep in is what? 10:30?
They're still early birds at this point.
But yeah, it's like, I don't care. It's like, get up when you want, because I'm getting up whenever I want. So, yeah, that.
I really hope your boys understand how much of a privilege that is that they're getting from you, because they don't have that pressure to get up and do something. Though granted, I guess we kind of learned that we get up early on the weekends to clean. All like first generation of immigrant parents do on the weekends, apparently I've seen, or people of color I should say. And what they do is they have to get up early in the mornings on the weekends and they clean. But you don't give them that pressure though, having to get up necessarily.
No, it's
So-
just whenever they get up on their own, and then usually after like lunch, after I give them lunch, and be like, okay, now you need to do this, do that, and then whenever you're done, you're good for the day. That's it.
Maybe you gotta, I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta reparent yourself. So, like, for you guys, I think based on how rebellious you guys are and how you guys say you guys are, because they say when you reparent yourself, depending on the age that, like, your child is within you, is how they react is where you're at. So, I think now I'm at the rebellious stage, but before I was like at a younger age, and so now I'm finally rebelling a little bit. So maybe you guys have to reparent yourself and be like, what would you want someone to say to teenage Michelle so she could get it moving?
I guess, yeah. But you know, I mean, I get that. But being like the eldest daughter, you know, we got parentified early on, so it's just been that for like decades. So now that the kids are in school, like you said, I do have to reparent myself, because now I'm just at the stage to where, you know, I'm just gonna sit and do nothing, because I've been doing shit my whole life.
Yeah. And that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay to do that too, but like it's kind of like you have to do a compromise with yourself where you'll rest, but maybe do one thing that you did want to do, maybe once a month or whatever.
Yeah.
So that way you're not gonna like go slope down, I guess you should say. You know, and you have something that'll keep you like consistent of up and down, because that's all life is. You know, you're gonna be happy, you're gonna be sad, whatever.
Yeah.
But at least you're not gonna go all the way down.
Oh yeah, no. My psychiatrist asked that too. It's like, well, do all these doing nothings like ruin like your day, or does it like get in the way of your responsibilities and stuff like that, of like being a mom or a wife or just being yourself? And I'm like, no, I eventually snap out of it and do my responsibilities, because I know I need to do it, so I will do it. It's just sometimes I just sit and do nothing for hours, and then when I need to, then I will, type of thing. And she's like, okay, well then that's fine. I mean, as long as it's not like totally crutching you to where you can't do anything else, then it's fine. So I'm just kind of like, okay.
I guess just reevaluate when you're ready to go and try something. Like I don't mind helping you experiment or helping you get ideas to figure out whatever you like or want to try. So
That's like I think when I went to the Purple Glaze yesterday, there was a couple there it looked like they've been there all pretty much for a few hours, because they were focusing on a plate, and they were doing like very distinct details. And I was like, damn, that would be a good solo date, just to focus on a pretty plate, you know?
Oh, to do by yourself and just...
Yeah. Because it's only like a $4 deposit, and then you're just paying for however for the item,
piece,
the
yeah.
piece. That's it.
Yeah.
And
I
then you get to
remember
do whatever you want on it. And I was just like, oh, that's actually pretty cheap. And so I was just like, oh, maybe that'd be a good solo date
that. Mm.
just
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah.
It's pretty cheap, so.
I think you'd like that doing that as a solo date because I know that you are artsy fartsy.
Yeah, but then I saw the girl what she made, and I was just like, that's very detailed, or like it's like very small because I think it's like those big dinner plates, the big oval dinner plate,
Uh-huh.
and then she has I think the word joy in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
and then she has like a garland painted on with the word joy that goes through.
So the garland part is like all hand painted. It's
Yes.
not like printed in there.
Yeah, she hand painted it all,
Oh.
and I'm just like, damn.
That's so hard because those colors do not look the way
That they will turn out.
they will turn out.
Yes, that's
And
why.
so that's why I'm like, dang girl, I'll give you props.
That's why I was sitting there. I was like, see, I would have gotten paranoid because it doesn't look like
the color.
the color. So you just basically have to
Trust the process.
trust the process. That's all. you
Or
have
like
to do.
visualize it unless you've done it for a while so you know how they will turn out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, that's why like I'm so scared to get into like painting and art stuff because it's like the perfectionist in me. Once it's messed up, it's messed up.
You know what though? Like I'm on like Art Talk, of course. I'm like on every talk. But basically a lot of them say that to be a true artist is to let accidents happen though.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And so that's why some of my friends were like, no, Melissa, I think that's why you need to do it, to learn to just let it go.
Drop your move.
Yeah.
Drop your move.
Yeah.
Let it go and then form it into something else.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that's like
Get
Control
your grip off of
issues.
that.
that's like is it Lily Pichu? She was saying because she paints and everything. She has a podcast, her own little podcast where she paints while she talks to the guests, and so they're both painting, and she says it's okay. She always tells the guests like it's okay. It's acrylic paint. So acrylic paint, you can always fix it because when it's dry, you're able to paint over it, and it will cover what you previously painted, regardless of what color it is. So I was just like, yeah, if you do try painting, yeah, acrylic is probably your best friend because you can always fix it.
Yeah.
Sounds like a project you might want to try, but you have other 600 projects that you haven't done yet.
I sure do.
So
I still
I like
have yet
that
want to
too.
try a what's his face? Bob. What's his name? Bob.
Bob Ross.
Yeah, a Bob Ross tutorial because that looks fun.
yeah, we should do it one time. Or if you want to do your solo date like that, that's cool too.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this year it just feels like it's moving so fast. And like I said to Michelle, like previous years, I would say like I feel I'm on autopilot. But then I had recently been talking to Melissa about it where I want to be intentional and set goals for next year. And as Capricornian this sounds, I'm going to divide it in quarters, quarterly, because I think that if I do it like that, then I have something to kind of set, like long-term and short-term goals.
Yeah.
So hopefully, but yeah, so
I need to
don't
do
know
that.
how you guys want to do that.
Yeah.
We could really just have to have a session where we kind of just sit down and talk about that. Like we can share like what our goals are with each other.
I think, like, I don't know about, or our audience doesn't know, but I've kind of been doing like this book thingy with one of my friends, and we've been reading Harry Potter. And I kind of look forward to it because, like, it gives me structure in my life, you know? And it's basically, for those who don't know, it's basically just what's it called? A book club. You read, we read the first Harry Potter book, and then we read half of it we try to read one book in the month, and then half of the month we try to read half of the book and then meet together, and the other half we'll meet at the end of the month, kind of thing. And I kind of like it because it kind of gives me like structure. And kind of like what you said, where like you're kind of being more like intentional, and you're kind of, you know, putting goals out there. And I'm like, I kind of like it.
I mean,
It
when
helps.
if you understand the science of therapy, because I had to go to school for it, they do help you do that. It's called like that's part of your treatment plan is helping your client decide set goals, and then also under that short-term goals, so that way eventually you can do that, whether that be actually working towards losing weight or doing a book club or whatever. Then we kind of help you figure that along the way, so it's just like I know what it is, I just
Yeah.
don't apply it.
And then like it helps that like you're doing it with somebody
Yeah.
to keep each other
Yes,
accountable,
yes.
kind of thing. And so I think that's what it is with like losing weight and stuff like that.
And luckily for us, we did kind of have this thing going on
Yeah.
every Sunday. So I try to take that and be I'll hold myself to that accountable too, because it's with your siblings, but at the same time, it's like I have to be serious about it.
Yeah.
So, because for me personally, I feel like I would say I want to do something, but things would slip, and so I want to be more. I want to like be a person of my word. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yes.
And I want to, because like words are very powerful as I get older, and I understand how much it is to like agree, but also it's actions too. So that two combo right there, I want my brand of being Anna, someone that can show up for other people and then also be true to my words if I can, like my legacy, basically. I want it to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
But do you guys, like, after what Michelle shared, do you guys also feel like you guys are on autopilot like her, or like, do you like this year so far?
Molly?
Yeah.
I would say I was kind of on autopilot, but I feel like that's more of work autopilot. Since working from home, it's usually the same routine. Yeah, I would say so. And then because usually me and my portions of Capricorn in me, I usually never leave that place. I'm always there. Like, even though we're supposed to have like breaks, I never leave that space. I think it's just because I'm too focused, or like I get distracted easily.
Well, hopefully you at least take like a little bit of a break, just because like legally you are allowed to, and also like for the Capricorn in you, I zone in to my work and I get lost, and next thing I know, like 5 hours has passed. So don't do that to yourself, because first of all, your health, but also mentally too.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. Yeah, because sometimes when it hits like 9 o'clock, I'm like, oh, this is usually when I take my 15-minute break. But I'm like so focused on this ticket. I was like, let me just finish this ticket, and then I go move on to another ticket, and I'm just like, oh dang.
The ball's rolling.
Yeah, so try to stop that. Like, at least like see if you can find a good medium or like a compromise as well, because that will make you sick. Your mental health will eventually end up making you physically sick if you don't.
Yeah.
If you're not careful.
Yeah. So now I'm just like, okay. So I usually get up, go to the bathroom, and then while I'm up for the bathroom, I'll just go up, look for something, either make coffee or like find something to snack on, and then just chill for a little bit and then come back. But that's like more than 15 minutes, so I'm just like, oh, it's okay.
Well, legally you're allowed 2 15-minute breaks, so you're fine.
Yeah. And then because usually I don't take the last one after lunch, because like I've noticed my lunches have been going later and later, and I'm just like,
Like you're taking it later, or like
originally I would do it like at 12, but then I've been pushing it like further and further, so like I won't have my lunch till like 1, and I'm like, that's cutting it close, because they don't want us to have lunch like 2 hours before we leave. And I'm like, that's cutting it close. So I was just like, that's why I always try to have lunch before 1, but then I just been having it at 1 because there's like so many things happening.
Yeah.
Well, if you're able to, try to see if you can find a balance for that, because at the end of the day, you have to be able to walk away from it
Yeah.
and be like, I'm done. Like, because you work from home, so you have to find some way to disconnect from that and be like, okay, I'm done with work. Because I, as the kids called it, I'm not gonna lie, I freaked out at work a little bit because I was behind on like my task, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so like when the Capricorn in me is like, I can handle this. I can handle this. Like, you know, like, why am I doing this? You know?
Mm-hmm.
But like I listened to myself and I was like, oh my God, I was freaking out because I was like, I can't do this. I don't know. I'm shit, blah, 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 and I, oh my God, and like this and then that, and then my supervisor was like, Anna, it's okay. So you're not there yet, you know. So you're
Yeah.
supposed to catch yourself before you get there. So make sure you find some way, or if you need help or support, let us know because we can help you brainstorm or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
But I think I've noted. Yeah, I think I've gone to this thing where I was like, I think I got to the point where majority of my issues like with work or just while working, it's not in my hands. It's in other people's hands, so that I can't control. So I was just okay. So I calmed down with the working stuff because that's not in my hands.
well, that's good. That self-awareness took me
Yeah.
32 years. 32
Well,
years to
it's
figure
because
out.
like for my work, it's like clients are wanting things like right then and there, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, I can't do anything. It's not in my hands.
Yeah, I had to realize that too with my work is that like at a certain point there are things that I can only do. I'm only one person and I'm human, and at the end of the day when it's time for me to finish work and go home, then that's it. So like don't bring it with you home. So that's why I said like since you're at home here, then you have to find a way to kind of separate that like okay, I'm done, you know, whether it be moving to like a physical spot of your home to kind of be like I'm literally done. That's why I was saying that it's good that you have that self-awareness though, because it, like I said, it took me forever.
Yeah, that's why sometimes when you guys are playing game, I don't really want to play because it's still in the same environment that I was just at like 8 hours before.
Well, you know, I would hope that you feel comfortable enough to be transparent with us and say no, not tonight. But I do realize that too, because sometimes with me,
Yeah.
I don't realize that. I want to step away from that until I like say like, oh, I'm still working on this thing, and then like when I'm done with my task early already, then I'm like, oh, I guess I don't want to play games. Like I don't realize what I want.
Yeah.
You know.
But I think with since my schedule or me and Rod's schedules have been moved around, so like a good like portion of our game days are taken over by him, and then the other days are kind of quiet days, and then I usually do things before our game sessions too, and so I do get a break from that, so which is a good thing. So.
Well, that's good though. It sounds like you have a good handle on, you know, putting your boundaries down, and when you want to take a break. So just keep at it. But also, even though you seem to know what you're doing right now too, if you do need support, like you have to let us know, whatever way that is, so that way we can support you. Because just because you may be good at putting your boundaries down, it doesn't mean that we still can't help you in case you do need help. Because that's what a lot of people are. I was like, it's usually the ones that look like they have it under control are the ones that need it the most. Okay. So
Usually,
Yes.
like they say, the happier ones are usually the ones that are
Struggling.
struggling the most.
Yeah.
yeah, and the funny ones are really, really messed up.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'll just have a conversation because I just came back from like a road trip, a family holiday trip, and so I'm really tired. I'm running on like a little bit of sleep, but we're on the way back because that's on the way back here. I was having a conversation with Mike, and I told him, I was like, what is it? One of the questions was like, what do you like? I think it's like, what do I do that you like the most, or something like that. And then out of nowhere, he said, like, I've never heard, I don't know why I can't relate to this, but probably you guys would understand him. He's like, you're really goofy. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm serious.
Right there.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. And I'm like, no, I'm not. And he's like, yeah, like, you get really goofy.
I think I asked Rod that question too, but I forgot what he said. But he said something similar like that. He's like, you're kind of funny in your own way. I was just like, what?
No way.
I guess, like, I just can't seem to grasp that concept of me being goofy, because my whole life I've been told, like, I'm a goody two shoes, or like, I only, like, follow the rules. So when he said that, I'm like, I don't know, I'm serious.
I don't think y'all can see her fist, but she's all, I'm serious. I'm serious.
I'm serious. Take me seriously. No, like, for real though. Like, I really think that.
It could be like what Rod was telling me about what I said, that he said that you're funny. And I think it's because it's a different kind of humor than he's used to.
Man, me, I would twist that and be like, what you mean by that? Is that a good or bad thing?
Like, it means you're ugly. Therefore, you got a personality.
You know what's funny though? I told him, I twisted it though, because I was like, oh, so I make you laugh. And he goes, yeah. And I was like, that's why God made me fat? Because I can't be skinny and good looking and be funny? Okay. It's over for you bitches.
The sugar, spice,
Yes.
humor, and then skinny. Ooh.
Yeah, for real. Like, dumb trauma.
It makes you funny.
Yeah, and funny. But so it's just, anyway, I was just laughing over that. So but yeah, now I lost my thought process of what we were talking about. But I was just saying that it just reminded me of that conversation, because I'm not I keep falling on my face because I'm not agreeing. I really don't see myself as being goofy. At least I don't think so, but
You is.
Pretty funny.
but either way, I'm proud of you, Molly. I hope you know that, because you can do that. And you haven't reached your 30s yet, and you've already got that. So I think that when you get to your 30s, when you're, you know what, when us girls typically let go of our 20s mindset more, we really enjoy our life. Kind of like when she was already in her 30s and we were like we're getting there, and I kept asking her, I don't know if you remember, I kept asking her, like, when am I going to get to I want to let go. I want to let go of this. And I know I shouldn't be holding on to this. And I should just kind of like move on. And I'm like, when will I get that epiphany? And then Michelle just goes, it will just happen. And I'm like, ooh, what does that mean? I hate this place. I want to, like, my place is in, like, my own prison in my mind. And, like, I remember asking her, I don't know if you remember me asking.
I do remember you asking something
Because
like
I asked
that,
more than once, and I'm like, I'm tired of this shit. Why am I putting myself through this torture?
Yeah, and you're like, how can you be so calm? You just seem so, like, unproblematic. And I'm just like, it comes with age.
And I'm like, I'm tired of this torture.
Yeah, because, like, when you've been, like, alive for so long, I mean, I know I'm not, like, super old, but damn, I'm creeping up on my 40s. But
It's been 50 years or 80 years, whatever they say.
Yeah.
That lady from Titanic.
Yeah.
oh my God. But, like, seriously, though, like, as you go through life and stuff, and you go through situations, and you see, maybe one day you'll see yourself in somebody else that is going through the same thing that you went through or whatever, and then you see how they handle it and whatnot, and sometimes it'll just give you like an epiphany, kind of like, oh my God, that was me, and I look stupid as hell, you know. And so then after that, you're just kind of like, it wasn't even that big a deal, huh? You just kind of move on. And then any other situations that come up that's similar, or if like someone who's just trying to ruin your day or ruin your life, or just, you know, those people who are just really hating on you because really they're jealous of you and stuff like that, you kind of just look at them and just kind of like, I feel bad for you. Just go. You go on about your day instead of like wanting to fight them or something, you know?
Yeah, I've learned through my years of wisdom,
Yeah,
which is like barely, is that people really just, what is that word? It's basically like, that's how they feel about themselves.
They're projecting.
Yeah, projecting, that's the word.
Yeah, because after a certain time, you just want to protect your peace. So you just kind of like ignore like all the rumors and stuff that people will like say about you and whatever. Like when you were younger, yeah, that will piss you off. That will irk you. And you just want to find the person who's like saying all this stupid shit, right? And just want to wring their neck. But like when you get older, you're just kind of like, eh. It's like, it's not bothering me any. It's not hurting me like physically and stuff like that. And like you keep thinking about it, and you're like, and being at that age and still talking shit like that, it's like, wow. It's like, wow. I've really grown because that was just because you're thinking wow instead of like being pissed off at it. So
I think I came to you for advice or to help me because, you know, both of us are like the eldest daughters, and it's really hard for me to let go of my grip of trying to take care of everybody, make sure everybody's okay, you know, do your job as the older sister, because that's what they keep saying to us, you know? You should know better. You're older. You're the older one. You should know better. You should do this. You should do that, you know? And it's funny that you say that you look at other people in that situation you used to be in, and then you realize, like, bitch, I should have just calmed the fuck down. Because, like, I had, like, an epiphany that you just said, funny enough, like, this past weekend. And I was like, why is that person getting all worked up over something that doesn't involve them or, like, doesn't impact them? And I'm like, oh, is this play about us? Yeah. Like, you guys don't speak TikTok language, do you guys? Okay. Yeah.
Not really.
Okay. Well, hopefully the people that heard me will understand. If you did, comment below so I know I'm not alone.
More
But
on Instagram.
yeah,
TikTok.
there's okay. So long story short, is this fucking play about us is about a TV show where there's drama happening between these high school girls, and the play that they're doing is based off of their actual lives, like what's happening. And when they're watching the premiere of the play at their school in the theater or school theater, that's when she goes, "Is this fucking play about us?" So that's a TikTok thing there. So,
Gotcha.
but anyway, I was saying is that's basically the epiphany I had, was like, wow. It's like I was sitting in the audience, like
watching yourself.
watching myself, basically. So, but like learning from, you know, back on that part, learning how you reacted in the past and how you realized that it was not such a big deal. It also made me accept that their fate is sealed, whatever they do. Basically, like, I can't save them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and that's why I had to learn to accept.
You the stop sign?
Me the stop sign. Yes, I have to be.
Yeah.
You have to, because it's
Yeah.
it's canon. It's gonna have to happen. Like, you think about it at that age when people say, don't do this, don't do that, and then for some reason the universe is like, that means do it anyway. That means don't listen to them. They don't know any better. You know more. You know? So it's kind of like, you shouldn't tell people what to do, but you can be there to support them if they need help, you know? So that's why I said I'm so proud of you, Molly. I really am, for you to be able to realize that, you know, you can put your foot down.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
you're welcome. Just watch us three. Just, what is it? Light our lives on fire and be like, everything's fine.
I don't know. I think it's just I've always had that mindset where it's like, if it really doesn't concern me, then why would I need to do it, kind of thing.
That's what. Well, either way, I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, because a lot of people, they don't come to that
Yeah.
self-awareness until they wake up one day, like if they do, because some people, they just go, oh man, my life is crappy, or blah blah blah, blame other people, blame myself, you know. People are just stuck in that vicious cycle. But for people who can actually wake up and be like, oh shoot, are you telling me I can let that shit go and be fine? Because that's me. Like, I didn't know that was even possible. I thought, well, I'm just gonna be in this hell forever.
I'm laughing because me in my mind, when you're thinking about sitting in the fire, I'm thinking of how we're all sitting in the fire because we let other people like light it on fire. But Molly's over here like, no, no,
Not even. It's more like a.
yeah, that's Molly. She's like, no,
Like, she blew out the match before
Yes,
it lit.
yes.
that's what I was
Not
laughing.
even. Not even. I just grabbed the match.
Yeah. And then it lands over by us. Yes, I'm
like-
More like grab the match and light them on fire.
Yeah.
Not even. Yeah, I'll be like the girl I did with the umbrella and the cup. I would grabbed it and just threw water at her.
I think that's what I'm saying. I really am proud of you for how you've been able to see those things. Because, yeah, with your visualization is literally how I feel sometimes about myself. I'm just like, I'm just going to choke on the smoke. It's okay. I love it anyway.
okay.
It's a way to live outdoors, guys. It's living outdoors.
It's warmth, guys. It's
So
warm.
warm.
Global warming? Yeah, I know. You know, so
We'll just watch her from afar. It's like,
yes.
she says it's warm for her. Okay.
Yeah.
But now I don't like it used to be like that dog meme where we're sitting in fire, but now half of my kitchen is on fire, half of it's not on fire. So it's a little bit better now. You know, because I asked for help. If we're going with symbolism. Or like I helped myself out and realized, oh, there was no fire. It was all in my head.
Oh, I'm the opposite. I'm bringing that fire.
Girl.
Come on, wind. Stupid. Come on, we're gonna
More
wreak
like
havoc
she's
everywhere
blowing the ashes. Like
Remember
some
I
other
said be
things on fire.
careful, fixed sign.
else. I know, I am.
Be careful because
I am.
because remember I didn't even think about it that Aquarius and Leos are having to deal with that,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And I just say, Mike just told me something that's happening with him at work, and he was like, everything's changing, and I was like, oh, I forgot that you're in Pluto retrograde too. I'm so sorry, but also I'll be here if you need help because I know how that feels.
Yep.
He was like, everything's changing. They're saying that, you know, everything we've been doing was wrong, and, you know, we're going to have to do it differently. And for us to not worry about it, how can I not worry about it? You know? And then I'm like,
Work anxiety's coming in.
you and Melissa. And then I was like, thinking to myself, like, you and this. And I was like, and all of my siblings.
Yeah, I was like,
Good
your siblings.
luck.
'Cause,
I'm
like,
sorry.
People on TikTok and Instagram, they're always like, "Oh my God, don't do anything. You're an Aquarius. You're a fixed sign. You know, it's gonna come back
Tenfold.
tenfold to you if you do something." And then
Yes.
finally, I found one video where one video is all like, "Be the karma.
Ew.
Do it. Be their karma. You're the fixed sign. Be their karma." And I'm like, you know what? Okay.
You didn't even.
She going
Don't
on
lie.
that one
Don't
video.
I got that one video validation. Okay.
No. Don't lie. You didn't need that video
No.
for your validation, girl.
That's true.
You already did it.
You are no.
That's true.
I was like, you just wanted it to help us understand, but you already gonna do whatever you want. There is no stop sign, Molly, for her. It's just
It was supposed
it's
to be
just
a
an
yield
open
sign.
road.
Yeah, I was like,
A
what
yield
sign?
sign. I
It's
know.
supposed to
I was
be
like,
a yield sign, but she didn't see that yield sign.
Yeah.
She just
Yeah,
went.
no, I'm sorry. I mean, no.
There was a stop sign? Boy.
Hers like there was a stop sign. It's too late. I already passed it. This is gonna have to get me next time.
Yeah. So,
But this whole year passing by, I tried to be more intentional so I can remember because I do. It's been like in recent years that I realized that though I was on autopilot, I did want to be more intentional and do things that I will appreciate or create memories or whatever. So I hope that, you know, next year will go well for you guys too. Whatever it is that you guys want to do.
yeah.
2024. I don't want to get political, but that sigh was all that was needed to be said.
Yep.
But I think that this is probably what we're just all going to talk about for this episode. But I just wanted to say to everybody that we'll be here for you. I think that's the main message for today is I'll be here if you need support. I'll be here if you need support.
Yes.
Because right now is the best time for us to create community with each other. And if you want to start a book club like someone, do it. If you want to paint, do it. If you want to do nothing, do it. if you want to be goofy, do it. If you want to be a goofy goober, do it.
You're a goofy goober.
I'm a goofy goober. We'll end it on that note. So thank you so much for listening, everybody. And if you need help, remember to reach out. If you want to check us out on Instagram, check us out too, or on YouTube or Spotify. So thank you so much, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.